Friday's special guests. We try and drag them in. This one, not so much kicking and screaming, in fact, when we talk nostalgia, but I'm not sure if you got the memo or the email or was watching this morning. PJ Powers. Now, let me correct myself.
Yes,
Thandeka.
of course.
Thandeka.
She's
Did you
here.
know we were wearing pink? Or did it just work out?
Morning.
No, obviously, just
Same.
absolute synchronicity. It's fabulous.
Same.
I mean, come on.
Good to have
Who gets that right?
3 out of 3 for us. Well,
Yeah,
good to have you with us. I mean, how's everyone going? Because I know last year I wanted to ask you about this. There was, I don't think we have the iconic photos here, but back to your beloved Soweto as well.
Back to Jabulani Amphitheatre.
It was Jabulani Amphitheatre, wasn't it? And
that's where I was given the name Thandeka.
Wow.
That was 1983, wasn't it?
31st of May.
Yes.
1983.
And it stuck
I'm
with
old,
you.
eh?
I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to. Okay, the ageists are not allowed to come at
They're
me
not
on this
allowed
one.
to come at you.
I don't
Take
care.
a guess how old I was. What date was it?
1983.
Yeah, the month?
It was the 31st of May, 1983.
Okay, I was born on the 7th of May,
Wow.
1983, so I wasn't even around.
Look at that, you see.
Wasn't even. I just wanted to say, I'm glad you're sitting far away. You would throw your water at me if I was any
I wouldn't at all.
So how was
love
that?
being my age.
How was that?
Oh, it was a wonderful occasion. You know, I am who I am because of the people of Soweto. I must be honest.
Yeah.
It was way back then when I sang a silly little love song called "You're So Good to Me," which 2 DJs, Kansas City and VVO, decided they were going to play on the then Radio Zulu, and the rest is history. You know, my whole trajectory, I was embraced by people that at the time, you must remember, should by rights have been, should have hated me.
Yep.
They should have hated me. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's not be PC about this. You know, we're on opposite sides of the fence, except of course I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to get into Soweto and play. And it was just, it was a beautiful, because it was natural. It wasn't planned. It wasn't. And to redo it so recently and go back to Jabulani Amphitheatre, it was wonderful. People in the audience were standing up and they were saying, "She's ours! She's ours!" It was just fabulous. Yeah.
I mean, and how have you sustained those relationships? Because, like you said, it was a different time back in 1983. But you've walked this journey with Soweto. You've walked this journey with the people of Soweto to date.
I'm in Soweto at least once or twice a month. I love going to Vilakazi Street. And I love going. I do some charity work in Kliptown, and Soweto is my happy place. Actually, I mean, I know it's not. There's a lot of downsides in Soweto, but I go into Soweto, and what better place to go where you feel embraced? It's got to be your happy place. Come on, you know.
For anyone watching, by the way, if you want to put a question to Thandeka or a comment, maybe a memory, of course. I mean, this has been a stellar career. Please, you can get hold of us. You can tweet us. It's at ENCA. That gets quite busy, though. I've got my phone with me. It makes life easier for both of us.
It does.
If you can just tweet me at Gareth Edwards SA, and I'll throw a few of those questions or comments to Thandeka as well. I wanted to ask as well, I don't know why I made this connection, and I don't mean to put a somber note on the start of our discussion. I immediately thought of you when Johnny Clegg passed away. I've always connected the two of you. I think because of the name Thandeka, he was the White Zulu, all of that. How close were you and Johnny?
Johnny and I, in the early years, we toured the UK together. That was when it was Jaluka, when it was Sipho Mkono was still in the band, and we had a very close relationship in our early years. Starting out, we were, I suppose, we were always the two whiteys in the stadium at Jabavu Stadium. My moment of Johnny Clegg that I loved was at Jabavu Stadium when somebody was rude to him and he grabbed the person out of the audience. Do you know Jabavu is low? The stage is very low at Jabavu Stadium. And he grabbed the guy and he said, "Don't talk to me like that." And he hit him across the face and the whole audience just went, I thought, "Are you mad?"
Yeah.
And the whole
Especially
audience.
at a time like
but
that.
This guy was being vile. He really was. And he just gave him a clap like this, and the crowd roared. And I realized when I saw Johnny what it was to be truly accepted, and how I've kept my close relationship with Soweto is, and my relationship with Johnny was. I suppose you could, I don't like boxing stuff, but if you were to box us, I suppose we played crossover music. And I suppose that is the similarity. But he was a great loss to the South African music industry, and what an amazing talent.
Absolutely. And we just definitely see, you know, his memory still being kept alive by, you know, the various concerts in his honor.
It's fantastic.
His family members, his son, Jesse Clayton, they basically can't keep his dad's memory alive. And we'll talk about some of the other artists that you have obviously worked with, both in South Africa and around the world. I mean, this is Thandeka.
The best part of interviewing someone like PJ Powers, just Google it, and you can just sit, you know, and just
don't
read.
Wikipedia, because sometimes it's wrong.
No, we'll make sure it's the right version that's going on as well. And by the way, I'm sure Thandeka knows, but our team, as they always do, have set up microphones and speakers. We've got all the fancy lighting ready for later as well. So I think it's either Thandeka doing a performance or it's Tumza. It's one of the two. Maybe it's both of you. Maybe there's a duet. So
there you go.
There we go again.
There you go.
Trying to line you up for an Idols contract.
They will definitely know this is not a Thandeka original. Once I get involved, they'll be like,
So PJ going to be with us for most of the hour. Please keep the tweets coming in as well, at ENCA, or you can tweet me at Gareth Edwards SA as well. I see a couple of tweets coming in. Thank you, Prof. Khalbaterha. We'll talk to you and get your tweet out in a moment, but we're back with PJ Powers in a few moments.